Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play with Clay. This is my third attempt at doing this because I've had to have so many yelling matches with my cat. So anyways, if you're wondering where my dragon egg is, it's downstairs. And it's down in here. This is what I've been working on in between this episode and the last episode, which was technically episode 26, but whatever. Anyways, so yeah, this is what started, and that torch is not supposed to be there. So, yeah, I did it with cobblestone because I didn't feel like doing it with stone bricks. And, yeah, I liked having the torch behind that style of window. In this texture pack, I think it looks awesome. I mean, it looks nice in default, too. I'm not going to switch to default because, as we know, that screws up dead gear, but, in any case. So this is where the dragon egg is now. I didn't know that you could put it on top of fences. But you can, which really makes a lot of sense. So, and then I just put the enchantment table here. And I don't know if I'm going to expand this area. I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is because I don't really need it for anything else, or need the space for anything other than that for the most part. Oh, and by the way, I know I keep like running back and forth, but I really like the way that those bricks look in this texture pack. It's really awesome. So the next thing that I want to do is actually go downstairs and deal with some farming and whatnot and things. And I need to breed stuff too, so that's what I'm going to deal with. And I want to expand my potato farm because potatoes are what I want my primary food to be, not the steak, because I don't like killing the cows constantly and then breeding them and waiting for them to grow up and then killing them again. It's really annoying. So it's just so much easier for me to have the potatoes. And I'm not like one of those PETA people or anything. I just don't like killing the cows. So yeah, it gets to be really obnoxious, and it wears down my sword too, which is another problem. So eventually we'll have potatoes, a substantial potato farm, and it will be great. So I'm going to go backstairs and I will see you guys momentarily. Okay folks, so we're back. I was doing some organizing and things, and yeah. So the next order of business is I want to get sheep because I need to breed said sheep. Why do I need to breed the sheep? That is so that I can dye them all purple, and then I can, you know, build that purple octopus that Christina wanted me to build, aka a nanny pig. She was very insistent on that. So she wasn't really that insistent, I'm just kidding, but she wanted me to build that, so I'm going to build it. I don't know why, I'm just going to do it. And I don't even know where I'm going to put it yet, but it'll happen eventually in this series. I might not record it, I might just like show it off after it's done, but it will take a lot. So what I'm doing right now is making leads because I want to get a lot of sheep, and 8 is good because that's 4 pairs of sheep, so that's 4 sheep that can breed and make 4 babies, and then we can just keep going from there, and we can inbreed them all because Minecraft doesn't care about inbreeding. I was thinking for a moment there about taking my horse, but I'm not going to do that. So anyways, let me come over here too to the cows, and let me breed them as well, because this is my primary food source until we get the potatoes going. I like the way they start like spazzing out, like, wheat, wheat, oh my god, wheat, how do that, wheat? It's like, Jesus, I've never seen cows get so obsessive over wheat. I used to get experience for this. So, yeah, I think I got everything now. Okay, good. I just wanted to double check things and put that back to the axis. Like, that was way too foggy in the background, and I need to be able to see where things are. So I'm going to go over to where the sheep typically are. I was looking out in the pasture over there to see if maybe, just maybe, there might be sheep, but there aren't. So we're going to go over here. I don't always announce exactly what I'm doing as I'm doing it too. I just assume that you guys know what the heck's going on. It's always fun when what I'm saying and what I'm doing don't match. So, like, you know, I could be swimming in lava and I'll be talking about breeding cows, which would make, like, no sense. Anyways, so hopefully I can get 8 sheep and bring them back. That would be really nice. Without any leads breaking or losing any of them. I don't want to do it in waves because it's going to be too much of a pain in the butt. If you're wondering why that sheep has, like, no laws, because I came over here a while ago to... Oh god. Sorry, sheep. But I came over here a while back. I think it was in I was in season 1 to get wool, and I did things. So where was that creeper? There was a creeper over here. I don't know if you could see it on camera, on the video, but I could see it. And there's a massive amount of lava there, which is not good. Alright, I don't see the creeper, so wherever it went, it's gone. So let me get this sheeple here, and this sheeple here, this sheeple here. I love how I grab the sheep by their butts. And let's see, let me grab you. Yeah, come here. I'm not going to chase you around, you're going to come to me. You, and this is probably not going to go as planned. I can just see it now. Is everybody behind me? Okay, I've got 6 so far, that's good. I just need 2 more. So, you. And you. Alright everybody, let's do this. Without losing anyone, which would be really, really, really nice. Did I lose somebody already? Did I lose someone? I don't think I did. No, I see 8. Okay, good. I think the cow is the problem here. Like, the cow is taking up room. So, come on everybody. It's... The way Minecraft works, it just makes sheep have a really hard time, or any animal for that matter, having a really hard time following things if there's a block in the way. So, yeah, which makes sense, but, you know, Minecraft physics. So, if anybody knows anything about video games, you know that every game has to have some kind of physics. So, yeah, Minecraft has some interesting physics. Alright, come on everyone. Maybe if I'm thinking maybe if I have the wheat, that will encourage them to follow me more. Would be nice. I think I lost someone. Yeah, I did. I lost somebody. Well, I didn't really lose someone. Someone just sort of, got detached a little bit. If my scroll wheel could work. You. No. You. Come here. Get with the program. Literally. Okay, so we have everybody again. It's always the black sheep, too. Well, technically it's not a black sheep, it's a, I think it's a white sheep with black skin. So it's like one of the biracial sheeps, but whatever. Oh, it's getting dark. I think we'll make it back in time. I think we'll be okay. I'm not gonna worry. It takes a little while for them to spawn, the mobs, I mean. Okay, I lost 2. Now I lost 1. Where is it? I don't have time for this. I really don't have time for this. I'm tempted to just, like, take what I have and then come back for the straggler at a later date. But that's a waste. Did I just... Wow. Okay, fine. If that's the way that it's gonna be, now I gotta find the leads in the darkness. That's gonna be great. So... there's one of them. So let me get... I found the other lead. You too. Come here. Stupid frickin' grass. Come here. Everybody. this way. Now. If I turn around and there's like no sheep, I'm gonna be really pissed off. See, I lost like 4 of them that time. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Now where are my leads so that I can get everybody back again? Is this like a hill that's really difficult for the sheep to deal with or something? My god. This was supposed to make it easier too. This was genuinely supposed to make this easier. So I think I have 6. Oh god, really? Really, dude? Oh, crap, I shot one of the sheep. This is not working. This is not working at all, and, so, to hell with y'all. Enough is enough. Like, I seriously just want to get the sheep. You, come here. Alright, there's those 4. I should have brought like a fence post with me so I could just like tack on sheep to another area while I'm like running around for leads. So there's a lead. I'd like to find the other 2 leads so that I'm not completely lost them all, but... So, yeah. This is proving to be really complicated and obnoxious. So now I gotta go find the other lead that I lost in the attempt to find the lead that I lost. See where this is going? This is going lovely. So there's 5 and 6. I don't know where the other lead went, and I don't feel like looking for it. Let's go back home. Oh, come on, everybody. Are you cute? I can't anymore, I just can't. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. I can't go more than like 5 steps without losing a sheep. I never had this much trouble with herding sheep via leads before, or anything for that matter. So I've decided I want 6 sheep. And I'm gonna get home with 6 sheep. And they're gonna be put where the horses are. Because of reasons. So, like, I guess every, like, 10 blocks I have to turn around and make sure that I have everybody. Which is stupid, but whatever. Mojang needs to fix this problem. Come on, guys. Really? You're just, like, gonna sit there? The sheep need, like, lead AI needs to be better. And the sheep need to have something built in where they just automatically walk whenever the lead pulls them. Like, I don't know why that's not integrated into Minecraft as it is, because that's really silly. And I swear to God, the entire episode is not going to be me moving the sheep. Like, once I get them back, we're going to go do other things. But, you know, I just want to deal with this now, get it done and over with. And, yeah. So anyways, how, have you guys been doing this week? It's noontime when this video is going to go up, because that's typically when I upload these, but, yeah, today was a doctor's appointment day. Like, today is in Tuesday, not today is in Wednesday. So it's already been like a whole 24 hours since my doctor's appointment, but it was to have an EKG, because I have a heart murmur. And I've known about the heart murmur since I was in high school. And the way we found the heart murmur is actually very interesting, because it's a genetic heart murmur. It's called the bicuspid aortic valve. And what it means is that your aortic valve normally has these 3 flaps on it that make kind of like a Mercedes-Benz shape. So if you know what the Mercedes-Benz logo looks like, that's basically what it does. God, I hope these sheep don't walk into a cactus right now. That would really infuriate me. Anyways, so it makes that shape, but if you have an abnormal aortic valve, which is called the bicuspid, it means that you have 2 flaps instead of 3. Now, some people are literally born with two flaps that open and close, and it's leaky. Well, mine is leaky, but basically what happened with mine is, I mean, if you look at it on the ultrasound, it looks like I have 3 normal flaps to my aortic valve opening, but I don't. It's 2 that merge together, which is unique for an aortic valve. Come on, sheep, cut the crap. I don't want to be on the horse. Jesus Christ. Anyways, so I basically have a very unique looking bicuspid aortic valve, but yeah, so I've got like 1 normal flap and 1 big flap that's kind of shaped like a crescent moon in a way. And when my valve opens and closes, it, you know, leaks, and a little bit of blood gets back into my heart every time. So that's the gist of it. So, you know, annually I do have to have, go back on normal by the way, I do have to have an EKG for safety reasons. I mean, I'm 28, so I'm not at an age where it would necessarily be a serious concern. But as I get older, you know, when I hit my 40s and my 50s and 60s, it will be a concern. So, you know, it's entirely possible that as I get older, if it becomes a serious problem, that I may have to have a surgical procedure to correct it. But, you know, looking at it on the ultrasound, I can tell you it doesn't really look that bad. But what was really special for me, you know, having this ultrasound, you know, of my heart or the EKG, is that I could hear my heart. You know, they didn't do this when I was in high school, but now, you know, they actually record and play the sounds of every valve in your heart. And the murmur itself makes kind of like a psh noise every time my heart beats. So it's like this, you know, every valve in your heart makes a normal wet popping noise. It's like the best way that I could describe it. And it's that wet popping noise, which I can't really replicate. And at the very end of it, it's a psh noise. It's very odd. But I quite liked hearing that too. For me, that was just so special and just so cool that I got to hear that. I've never heard anything like that before. And, you know, I kind of feel bad for people who don't have a heart murmur, that don't get to hear their heartbeat. Because it's incredible. It's like I actually got to hear my heart for the first time in my life. I mean, you know, I've listened to my heart with a stethoscope normally. You know, I've found old stethoscopes and I've listened to my heart that way, but you can't really hear it unless you do the ultrasound. So this was really special for me. This is like a big day. And it really meant a lot to me. So I felt good. I really did. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to make another staircase so I don't have to hop up the hill because that just looks silly. And it's annoying and it takes forever. So yeah, that's what we will do. Tools, and I need axe so I can go get wood. I gotta put some stuff away too. Otherwise I'm gonna go insane. And weapons. No, what do I want to do? I want to do this. Put all that in there. Alright, let's go get some wood. So, yeah, it was incredible. And so, the day that this episode goes up, there's like another doctor-related thing I have to do that's not for me, I have to go with somebody, you know, to be kind of like their parental guardian. Not humorously, but, you know, it's a little bit more serious, but she'll be fine. So anyways, you know, that's what I gotta do. And I can't share that with you in particular, or any particulars about that with you, because it's none of your business. But anyways, so yeah, that's what's going on. And yeah. But that was basically my day today. I didn't go into work because I had a horrible migraine this morning and I felt like crap. But I still went to my EKG because my EKG is extremely important. It's one of those things that you cannot ever, 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 ever ignore. Ever. So I am going to go up there and get some more wood too, because I don't have enough. So I guess this episode is like Aesthetics Day or something, which is probably what I'm going to end up calling it, is Aesthetics Day, where we do aesthetic things for aesthetically pleasing reasons, because, you know, aesthetics. And yeah, so I've been doing a lot of doctor stuff lately too. I mean, I also went to my new GP to do deal with some of my neurological issues that I have, and I'm not talking about like mental illness, I'm talking about physical neurological issues that I've had my entire life, and I would like to know the cause of them. And I'm not worried about my life or anything like that, it's just they're very unusual, and they're symptoms that I've always had, and I'd like to know why. I mean, I have a suspicion about why, and it's something that we've kind of known my whole life, but I'd like to have an official diagnosis if that's the case, because then, you know, it's something that in other ways affects my life greatly. There are some things that I cannot do, and some, you know, job-related opportunities that I don't get to have because of this problem. So, you know, that's a really unfortunate experience that I tend to have in my life, and I'd like to remedy that. I really would. I thought I wasn't going to have enough for a 3-wide staircase, but I do. There. Now we can run up. Yay! And what's been going on otherwise in my life? Not much. Well, bullshit with my landlord, but that's a whole different thing. You know, it's not really part of my life, that's more like part of my housing, I guess. So what I'm going to do right now is, I need to dye my sheep. I think I have the dye. Let me check, because I might already have it. I don't want to go harvesting things that I don't need. So where would I keep this? Probably in here. No, I don't have it. I definitely don't have it. I mean, I've got plenty of lappies, but when it comes to rose red, I don't think I have that. I mean, I've got plenty of the bone meal, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking to myself, do I want to do no, I don't. I think I want to just use the bone meal to grow things, because I want to grow tons of plants, and then I'll be able to harvest plenty of the red roses or poppies or whatever it is that the red flower is now called, and go that route. I'll definitely harvest the ones I see too, because hey, why not? It's not like the pasture needs these flowers or anything. So anyways, yeah. So that's kind of the way my life has been. So yeah, my doctor was able to get in touch with a neurologist who's interested in seeing me, but also wanted my doctor to go through some things with me that would be helpful, because my reflexes are different on either side of my body. Like, I have a really intense reflex reaction. You know when, like, your doctor whacks your knee with the little hammer thing? Like, when she whacks my right knee, like, my leg, like, flies to the ceiling. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but that's what happens. And my left knee doesn't really do that as much. And I mean, everybody's reflexes on either side of their body are always different. They're not exactly the same. But this was a drastic of enough difference for us to be like, huh. At the same time, there was a test that my GP had done with me where she ran her fingers over each side of my face, you know, and asked me, you know, if it feels different. I'm like, yeah, it does. And we're like, why does it feel different? And it was because of the texture of her fingertips. Like, I couldn't differentiate between, you know, the natural feeling of the pressure of a person's fingertip on, why can't I break this flower? The natural pressure of a fingertip on your face versus the texture of the fingerprint. For me, it's a very powerful sensation. I know that seems odd, but it is. And so I'm like, I made her give me her fingers, and I'm feeling her fingers. I'm like, yeah, this finger's rougher than that one. She's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, but I play guitar, so, like, this one should be, like, that's not how it's working, you know? It's like, I'm sorry, but that's not how your fingertips work. So, yeah, that's what happened. And, I mean, it was kind of fascinating, and there was a cool thing that my mother's MS doctor did with me. Because, you know, my mother having MS, he wanted me to be checked out because MS can be passed down genetically. And I do not have MS, that much I can definitely say for sure. So what he did is he has this, like, tuning fork, and he'll, you know, whack the fork on a table and then, or on a hard surface, I should say, and then he'll, you know, hold it to your fingertip, and he wants you to tell him how long, or like when you can't feel it anymore. And I'm off the scale because I can feel and see the vibration of that tuning fork for way longer than average people, to the point where, like, I could see it too. And to make sure that it was like my sensation of touch and not my hearing sensation, you know, he made me close my eyes while I was doing this to make sure that, like, you know, I wasn't cheating somehow. I don't know how you can cheat in a neurological exam, but whatever. So yeah, you can't, I have really, really good senses. The proper term for it is hyperesthesia, that much we know for sure. Hyperesthesia is a symptom of a lot of things. It can be a thyroid illness, which really doesn't make sense for me because I'm a normal body weight and I don't have difficulty with my weight in any way, shape, or form. Keeping my weight up or keeping my weight down, I'm perfectly balanced in that sense, but it's more commonly a symptom of autism, which, you know, I've talked about autism in my videos quite often. So, and like I've said, that's something that we've known. We've just never really examined like we were supposed to. So, yeah, that makes things in my life kind of difficult. I like when I can shut a door in my face and I can still walk through the door. So, I'm going to wrap up the video in a little bit. Not like right this second, but in a little bit. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we've been doing. And it's been fun, actually. I mean, to some people going to the doctor is very stressful, but for me it's actually a lot of fun because it's like, wow. And for me it's fascinating. I mean, the reasons for me wanting to do it are simply that I want to know. And I'm not looking for treatment. I'm looking for knowing. And that's very odd for people because I think our first inclination is, fix it! Well, there's nothing to fix. There's nothing wrong with it necessarily because it's not, these are symptoms that have happened my entire life and it's obviously not life-threatening. It's just, you know, this is something that I want answers. And if I get an official diagnosis of autism, I want disability benefits. And I think a lot of people would think, well, isn't that kind of silly? And it's like, no, it's not silly. It is very hard for me to get a job. And, you know, I never really noticed it before, but when I go to job interviews, wow, you can dye the baby sheep, that's cool. It never goes over very well. Very rarely does it ever work out okay. Very rarely. And, you know, there are people who are like really obnoxious that can very easily get a job. And I mean, I will wear the right things, I'll say the right things, I will show myself exactly as I am, never get a job. And it's frustrating, to say the least, and it's not fair. So, you know, that's the experience that I have, and I think, you know, there are subtle things about me that make it very difficult. I'm not a personable person because I don't have a lot of facial expressions. I don't really have the ability to think in more than one perspective like average people can. And for that reason, it makes it very hard for people to relate to me or connect to me or anything like that. And when I do connect to people, it becomes so intense that it's difficult for those people to be in a friendship or a relationship with me. So those are the kind of problems that I have. And that can cause serious issues in your own job. I mean, there comes a point in time at like every job I've ever had where there's somebody who I simply cannot get along with, and I can't fake it. I can't fake liking somebody. Like, if I don't like someone, I will be brutally honest with them. And that causes a lot of issues too. So yeah, these are the kinds of things that I'm dealing with, and I just want some kind of security so that, you know, in the event that I'm unemployed, I have something to fall back on. So, you know, that's my thinking on that, and I think at my age it's appropriate. But yeah, this has been a very therapeutic episode, so I'm going to call it here because I think we're done with all the aesthetic crap. And so I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.